Well, ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. Kathleen Kennedy is out at LucasFilm. Or that is, she is leaving Lucasfilm as soon as her contract is up by the end of the year. Now, I know what a lot of you are going to be saying, that you can't believe that this is actually happening, and that haven't we heard that this has been happening for years now? Actually, no. We have not heard it before from any of the official sites saying that this is happening. We heard it before from random YouTubers around the time The Last Jedi came out that claimed that they had sources that were telling them that Kathleen Kennedy was supposed to leave. Look, I get it, but for years, all of these rumors about Kathleen Kennedy's gonna leave Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy is gonna leave Lucasfilm, they weren't from official sources. They weren't even from insiders that were close to Lucasfilm. It was YouTubers claiming that they had sources telling them so. It was random people on the internet making it up that Kathleen Kennedy was leaving Lucasfilm to get clicks. But now is the first time that we actually have it talked about from official websites like Hollywood Reporter and Variety. And the original report comes from Puck News that has an excellent track record of insider information. And I want to just clarify here that we've actually been hearing this from, I'll just say, more A-list insiders, people who actually have a proven track record of having their sources in the industry, not just random YouTubers claiming it. We've been hearing rumblings about this for months, that Kathleen Kennedy is getting old and Kathleen Kennedy needs to retire soon because she's going to be 72 this year, and that we also were hearing maybe rumblings of that back when Jennifer Lee left Disney, that Bob Iger is going to be leaving this company soon. He wants to leave it in a positive way, and that would include getting rid of the CEOs who haven't been doing a good job. Now, here is the one thing about it, is that it says that Puck News, and along with a lot of other people, have been saying that Kathleen Kennedy is getting on the way out. And here is another thing that corroborates her finally leaving, is that she all of a sudden, out of the blue lately, has been getting a lot of Lifetime Achievement Awards. And that's usually what happens in Hollywood when someone's career is in their twilight and they're going to leave soon. So it's all of the evidence of her getting ready to move on. So the article from Hollywood Reporter says, after more than a decade in a galaxy far, far away, Kathleen Kennedy is charting a course towards retirement. The Lucasfilm boss has told associates she plans to retire by the end of 2025, Puck reported Monday night. And then I find it interesting that Hollywood Reporter themselves even just throws some shade at Kathleen Kennedy. She relaunched the franchise beginning with J.J. Abrams' Star Wars The Force Awakens, which grossed more than $2 billion globally, and reinvigorated the property as a big brand. Disney released a Star Wars film every year from 2015 to 2019, and then took a pause following Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, which received mixed response and earned just half of what Force Awakens had brought just a few years earlier. And then the article actually goes on not to document all of the failings from Kathleen Kennedy at Lucasfilm. As Lucasfilm boss, Kennedy held one of the most visible and scrutinized jobs in Hollywood, and it was not always smooth sailing. And then the article goes on to document the struggles behind the scenes with Solo: A Star Wars Story, production troubles with Rogue One, and then of course all of the productions like Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy and the Game of Thrones showrunner's Star Wars movie and Daisy Ridley's Star Wars movie, which is all languishing in development, as Hollywood Reporter notes. It also goes on to praise her for The Mandalorian, but I am actually amazed at how much shade that the Hollywood Reporter threw at Kathleen Kennedy. Now, when Variety reported on this same news, it said that they were hearing from another source at Lucasfilm that, oh no, it's not happening. Here's what I think. I don't think Hollywood Reporter and Variety would be putting out headlines about this unless they knew that there was validity to it. Once again, we've been hearing that this is happening for months, and Hollywood Reporter thinks that they're going to officially announce her replacement at the Star Wars Celebration this April, which is likely. So it looks like this is happening, but here's what I think is happening and why there hasn't been an official press release for it yet. I think that Lucasfilm wants to roll out the information slowly because, as you can see by the bit of shade at Kathleen Kennedy in this article, is that it's going to be a bloodbath. There's going to be a lot of people yelling at Kathleen Kennedy for all of the bad things that she did, even as they're trying to give her accolades on the way out. So I think that that's why they're rolling this out slowly, and they're going to want to have the replacement announced by the time she officially announces her leaving. But here's the problem. Like, We waited for this to happen for years, and that's why there were all of those, made up stories about Kathleen Kennedy leaving Lucasfilm for so long, because a lot of people wanted it to happen. A lot of people clicked on that. Now I'm wondering if people even believe this report, because it's like crying wolf. This is the first time it's come from official sources like Hollywood Reporter and Variety. They're pushing forth the story as well. But the problem is, the reason why there was a lot of hype about her leaving back in like 2017 is because that's when you still could have fixed things. It's like, this is like Godzilla leaving Tokyo after he's destroyed it. Another reason why I think that this is just not picking up as much news is that no one cares about Star Wars really anymore. No one cares about Lucasfilm properties. The Acolyte was like the last straw, the straw that broke the camel's back, and now even when they have things that are a little bit more positively received, like Skeleton Crew or Andor Season 2 coming out, no one cares. There hasn't been a movie in a long time, and Star Wars has lost its cultural relevance. I was in the toy aisle of a store the other day, and I saw they only had like a couple lightsabers in this toy section. There used to be like an entire aisle dedicated to Star Wars toys, and that's just entirely disappeared, and it's because of what Kathleen Kennedy did. And I do agree with this tweet I saw that ultimately Kathleen Kennedy is leaving because she's getting old. She can't do this anymore. And who are they going to get to save this stuff? If they get Dave Filoni, then absolutely nothing is going to change. But even if they get like Jon Favreau or both of them, I'm not expecting anything to change really. Because who are they going to get to resurrect this dead brand? Because that's what it is. That's what it was under Kathleen Kennedy. She turned it into a dead brand. And now there's practically nothing left. And it's like, once again, you're Godzilla leaving Tokyo after you've completely destroyed it. And we're all laying in the rubble. It's too late. You should have left at least 5 years ago. And there would have been a lot more fanfare about this. But, this isn't as exciting as I thought it would be. I thought that this would be a big celebratory day, but unfortunately the time that she has chosen to leave, and she's not even leaving right away, she's leaving when her contract expires all the way at the start of 2025. Like, we've waited almost 10 years. That's going to be an 8-year wait since The Last Jedi. Almost 10 years of this woman and just continuing to destroy every brand that George Lucas created that she worked on originally, but she just dismantled all of that, and the biggest franchise in the world destroyed by this woman. And she fostered up that culture of workplace at Lucasfilm that I'm not sure if it's just so easily remedied by her leaving and somebody else coming in. It certainly won't be if you get someone like Dave Filoni, who's the most likely choice. The guy who runs Discussing Film, and that guy should have his sources, was also saying that he's heard about Kathleen Kennedy leaving for months, and that he says the replacements are what you would expect. And so I'm imagining Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, something like that, and that's very disheartening. So as nice as it is to finally see the news finally break that this woman is leaving this role, it's not good news just yet, because you need someone to come forward to resurrect a dead franchise, and who are they possibly going to get to be able to achieve such a feat? But I don't know if maybe even just productions of Star Wars stuff will freeze just because Kathleen Kennedy is on the way out. Who do you guys think that they're going to get to replace her? And does this news excite you at all? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you, patrons, as always, for supporting my channel. If you want to support me on Patreon, please check out the link in the description. And I also have a playlist of short films as I'm practicing my filmmaking for you to watch. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.